Hello, how you doing? It's Mario 1031, and welcome to Tuesday After. We got Lions and Bears to get on Tuesday. We got the still remaining 4-0 teams and the remaining 0-4 teams to get into today. And also, we got some very special stuff to get into today. So let's get started. First of all, we're going to talk about the Lions and the Bears. Yes, I do admit the Lions did beat the Bears handily, 40-32. But what happened if Jay Cutler did not make those mistakes? Yes, I do believe in Jay Cutler making a quarterback mistake, other team capital. As in Jay Cutler throwing 3 interceptions and causing getting a fumble, and the Lions capitalized, making it 40-16. But what I do not believe is what happens if Cutler did not make those mistakes. If Cutler didn't make those mistakes, we're talking about another Lions loss. Seriously. And believe me, the defense put everybody on hold and on blast and telling you that it was a tough game through and through, in and out. And if it wasn't for Cutler making those mistakes, the Lions would never won. Now, the thing I hate, and I'm gonna put Lions fans on blast, is that Lions fans that called me, that called 97 won the ticket, act like the Lions just won the Super Bowl. They beat Chicago. Oh, they won the Super Bowl. They beat Washington. Oh, they won the Super Bowl. What happened? They beat Green Bay. Oh man, there's no stopping them. We won 2 in a row. No, Chicago beat themselves. What happened if Chicago didn't beat themselves? Well, we're talking 2-2 Lions and 3-1 Lions, and looking to the Green Bay loss coming next week. Seriously, y'all got to get it together. Meanwhile, I'm getting phone calls of Butthole Sunday talking about, oh no, look at your Bears. What's going on with your Bears? They losing. The Bears are losing. Stop that. Cutler made 4 mistakes, 3 picks, and a fumble. What happened if Cutler didn't make no mistakes? Now, mind you, all you Lions fans that called me, what happened if the score were reversed? I would have never gotten a phone call. I wouldn't even be calling you. I was just making my video talking about, haha, you lose. But no, I get phone calls talking about, oh no, the Bears are going out. No, stop that. It's not happening. The Bears are a much better team than the Lions. And Cutler makes those mistakes because he made a mistake. Cutler's not perfect. Cutler's human. He had 3 great games. And then turn around and he loses against the Lions. I do admit he lost against a weak opponent. He made his errors. But he came back and scored 2 touchdowns and 2 2-point conversions to make the game closer than what you think it is. However, that 40-16 was too much to overcome. But let's say, like I said, what happened? The interception didn't happen. We got a game. We got the Bears winning. We got the Bears going 4-0 going to next week. But that didn't happen. But now we got 2 NFC North teams tied for first 3-1. Although you just say, oh, the Lions have a better record. They are actually in first place. What happened the last time the Lions was in first place? First half of the season. Did you say no playoffs, anybody? That's right. Although the Bears didn't make the playoffs this season either. However, the Lions were destined. And they talked, oh yes, Lions in playoffs. Yeah. No, stop it. Not happening. I'm sorry, but you gotta go through Green Bay. Aaron Rodgers ain't playing. You gotta come back through Green Bay and Chicago again. Stop it. Lions fans, you're too full of yourselves. Just because you beat Chicago, just because you want to call me after 3 years of Chicago whooping a stop hole and the Detroit Lions tracks. Lions finally win one at home. Mind you, they're supposed to win at home. Going around Chicago. November 11th, mind you, mark it on your calendar. November 11th, Chicago will have that. Worse than what y'all did here. They don't call it Soldier Field for nothing. These are soldiers of these teams. But we're not going to talk about that. We're going to leave it as that for right now. But remember, 3 years took too long to take that phone call? Don't be surprised if we call you back and say, oh, remember this phone call you gave me on September 29th? It's now November 11th. Surprise, surprise. I told you. Lions ain't going nowhere. Still. So they prove me differently. They haven't yet, so we're going to move on from them. Meanwhile, Pittsburgh, Minnesota. I want to touch on today too. Um, Somebody had to win. Would you believe it had to be AP with Matt Cassel at the helm? And the big play comes up when the Minnesota Purple People Eater defense finally shows up. It shouldn't have been a game to begin with, because Pittsburgh could have stumped on that button. But it didn't happen that way. Big Ben needs help. He's got the receivers, but he needs help. He needs defense. He needs an offensive line. He needs help. So therefore, the steel curtain is still who? 0-4. While Minnesota completes the NFC North and finally getting out the winners column and getting a win, and there are no more winners teams in NFC North. Finally. I can't say the same for the NFC East, but we're going to get into that in a minute. My message to Pittsburgh, however, is this. Y'all got to get it together. Mind you, not a team that made the playoffs who went 0-4. I'm afraid y'all out of luck this year. That's my prediction. Y'all can prove me wrong, but I got to remember the AFC is kind of weak, except for the Patriots. But that's my prediction. I'm sticking to it. We're going to move on, sweep that under the rug. You got a slight chance, but no chance. Meanwhile, we're going to go to, where are we going? Oh, I know. We're going to go to the Redskins, who finally won a game under RG3. When people talking about sit him for Kirk Cousins. No. I love Kirk Cousins. I think he's a fine quarterback. RG got a mental issue. Yes, I do believe you have to sit him. But however, as they say, you can't sit him. He's RG3. He's a moneymaker. People come out to see him. But that one win will only hold true for so long. RG3 has to make a comeback. And if he doesn't, well, the Redskins ain't going far either. But I'm happy for them to finally get a win. Finally. Meanwhile, your other adversaries in the NFC East is the New York Giants, who are supposed, and I repeat this, supposed to beat the Kansas City Chiefs. However, Kansas City, under quarterback Alex Smith, stuffed a mud hole in the New York Giants' butt. 31-7. Really? I don't believe that. Giants, I love y'all. But y'all looking like munchkins right now. Seriously. Get it together, Giants, please. But as for me, I'm not picking y'all no more. Y'all are my favorite team besides the Bears. And because Eli Manning's at the helm, y'all make it worthwhile. But unfortunately, no more. Speaking of Manning, did you see that clinic that Peyton put on again? Really? You got to pull him in the fourth quarter and they still put a whooping on? Man, Denver. I tell you, Denver. 52-20 over Philadelphia. Vic's my boy. Don't get me wrong, but what can I say besides Denver? Do you know, I said this last week, Denver had about 130 points going to this game. Well, I was off by 3 points. They said Denver had 127 points in total points. We're talking Peyton Manning throwing the Washington down the field back and forth 3 games, at least 40 points. 45 points. And what happened? He did it again for 52. So that makes it what now? 127 plus 152. 127 plus 52 makes it 190. No, I'm sorry. 179 points in 4 weeks. That's unheard of in this NFL season. But unfortunately, we're talking about Peyton Manning and Denver Broncos with that high-powered offense, who I am picking to be one of the participants in the Super Bowl. If he does, the only guy that can stop him is this guy, the 4-0 New England Patriots, with Tom Brady at the helm, who put us up in the mud hole again. Who would they be? Well, I'm about to tell you. Brady and company put a mud hole in Atlanta's butt. Brady's got no receivers. For Brady's making things work. Now, when those two defenses collide, it's going to be offensive. Don't be surprised when Denver New England meet. It's going to be all offense, because it's not. It's going to be defense. I guarantee you it's gonna be decent. If you don't believe me, check the record with those two quarterbacks with the Helms when they fought with each other when Peyton was in Indy and the receivers they had. That was all defense. Another 4-0 team is I like to pay homage to is the New Orleans Saints. The Who That Saints beat up on Miami so bad like it was a stepchild that stole something. I mean, what can you say about Miami? They were a great 3-0 team, but they don't deserve to be 4-0. You get real world like that, you don't deserve it. I'm sorry. I apologize for Miami's loss. I will bury them tomorrow, but I can't cry your funeral today. Meanwhile, for Who That Saints, with Sean Payton as head coach back under him, y'all needed that. And if y'all make it through, I'm proud of y'all. If not, then, well, season's still young. That's all I got to say. Moving on along, I'm going to get into something else. Yeah, I'm going to get into this too. Another 0-14, Tampa Bay. Another 0-14, Jacksonville. First of all, Tampa Bay. Josh Freeman actually traded. Get out of here. You're a crybaby. You don't deserve to be in Tampa Bay. You need to be dropped off like a bad habit. I've seen you play Kobe before. You ain't got the skills, homie. No. I'm sorry. But Tampa Bay, you made the biggest mistake losing to the Cardinals and you had to leave. And couldn't hold on to the ball. Well, such a shame. Such a waste. Could have been up to Southern, but you're still there. Jacksonville, I got no words for you. You're still in the Southern. I'm just going to keep pushing because I don't have no time to waste on the Jaguars because they're still a weak team. So we're going to move on. One more thing I'm going to touch on before I got out of here. Seattle and Houston. Great game. Down to the wire. And this is why Pete Carroll deserves to coach in the NFL. Meanwhile, did you hear about his old school, USC, get that goal Lane Kiffin? Well, guess what? Pete, you did a smart move. Don't go back to USC. That's my advice to you. Do not go back to USC. Please. I beg you. Please don't. We're going to move on. First of all, I got an idiot of the week. I said this earlier, but I do my Lions and Bears rant first for all you Lions fans out there. This week, my idiot of the week goes to not. I had USC first. Firing Lane Kiffin. Why'd you hire him in the first place? But I threw it out the window. That was my idiot. Because I didn't really have one till Sunday. Then I had, then I thought about it. Michigan and Michigan State. Who the hell scheduled them to have off weeks in the same week? Oh, was y'all prepping for the Lions and Bears? NFL ties anyway? But I didn't want to do that. Not this week. Tyler Hurst Sunday night. First of all, Detroit Tigers, congratulations on becoming Central Division champions. However, Detroit Tigers are my idiots of the week. How the hell y'all gonna get no hit on the last day of the season? And it's not the point of they get no hit because yes, I know they play replacement players. I do understand the Tigers play replacements. I love the replacements coming in and getting ready for the playoffs, sitting healthy guys, sitting not healthy guys, sitting the big bangers. But y'all Detroit Tigers, y'all got no hit. And it's not the way it's not how y'all got no hit. It's not the reason why y'all got no hit. It's how. A wild pitch in the game. An error. Oh, with no hit error. Oh my goodness, the Marlins win the game last game of the season. Get out of here. Detroit. I don't know if y'all was warming up for the playoffs or not. Y'all got no hit. You're not supposed to do that. My goodness, that just hurt. That hurt me as a Tigers fan. It really did. That made me feel like y'all could have scored a run or got a hit or something. I don't care if y'all got shut out, but don't get no hit in the last game of the season. Give the Warriors something to cheer about. I admit they don't have nothing to cheer about. They're not going to the playoffs. They're not doing this. But man, that's an irking sensation, I tell you. We gonna get on that later though. Meanwhile, I'm getting bit by the mosquitoes out here. It's 70 some odd degrees out here still. And the cool breeze is coming. I feel that breeze. Meanwhile, this weekend in Port Huron, first of all, I gotta say what's up to the Fighting Falcons. Number one in a NAHL North. If y'all don't know what that is, y'all gotta look that up. That's junior hockey. But that's when these kids become pros. Y'all gotta look that up. That is very special for some hockey kids to go pros. I admit we had the Port Huron ice hockey, which I love to see because I love to see the old guys fight. But these young cats, they got something. They got something going, and I feel you. They had a coach from Port Huron Northern, but him and the organization didn't work out. And well, they're back again strong in their first place, going for the Robertson Cup. Let's cheer them on. You got them. What's up to Mine Hockey? How y'all doing? Speaking of Port Huron Northern, first of all, and this is my 6 inch for the week. Part one. No, we'll make it part two. Part one is I'm still gonna go to Detroit, Chicago. Y'all heard what I said earlier in the video. I'm just gonna tell you this. Be forewarned, November 11th. What's that, Veterans Day? Man, you're going to Soldier Field? Does that ring a bell? Really? Veterans Day, Soldier Field. Veterans Day, Soldier Field. Food for thought. What happened on Veterans Day? We honor the heroes. Where Chicago play at? Soldier Field. What Chicago do? We honor the Bears heroes. Enough said. We're going to cut it like that. Meanwhile, my 6 cents part two going like this. Thank you for voting the game of the week for Port Huron High Big Red and the Port Huron Northern Huskies. Channel 7 was up here. They interviewed both coaches. And you know how coaches is. We're going to have a good game. We'll have a great game. So on and so forth. First of all, my sincere apologies. Because I did not think that it was going to be a game like this. It was live, it was hype. But I'm going to tell you something. Here's the headline from Saturday morning's paper. You see this? Big Reds race past Huskies. 28-0. See that? Third straight in rivalry for Port Huron. I don't know if y'all see this very well, but I'm looking at it right here. That's the article. That's the article from the Times Herald. If you don't believe me, look it up. It's on Saturday. It's still there. But I wish we could have given y'all a better game. It's for the Buck Forward. It's a trophy, the rivalry trophy. I used to know what it was, but I don't remember what it is anymore. I had the video set up for Friday and Saturday, but I decided to make it all today. So thank you for voting us the game of the week. I'm sorry we let you down. If you've seen the highlights on Channel 7, they're still posted on WXYZ.com. And how the Big Reds put a mud hole stomping on the Huskies. Man, I tell you, it was one ugly game. Don't get me wrong, I'm a Big Reds fanatic because my high school colors at the time were red and gold. Chatsey High School. If y'all don't believe me, look it up. There's a high school called Chatsey. However, I'm more partial to Reds. The Big Reds. That's because, hey, they're the Big Reds. I can't get with a dog. But thank you for voting. I appreciate you staring Channel 7 to come up to us. And I wish we could have given y'all a better game. However, the marching bands, I'm going to post the videos on Facebook and on YouTube. The marching bands for both schools, give it up for them because they were good and proper. And they did a veterans dedication. It was excellent. I got videos, I got pictures. And believe it or not, we had Super Bowl blackout. Unfortunately, it wasn't a Northern comeback, but it's still Super Bowl blackout. And, what can I say? It was wonderful. The game was all live. It was direct. We got local tri-state area attention. But I'm sorry we couldn't make it a better game. As the Big Reds stomped on them for the third straight year. But that's the Tuesday after. Now, anybody else want to call me in 3 years again, tell me how the Lions stumped the Bears? Watch out November 11th. I'm coming for you. But until then, that's my rant. That's my Tuesday after show. Much love. Much respect, much peace, much soul, much happiness. Now I gotta get back in the house. I got work to do. Enough about this. It's the Tuesday. Be prepared for next Tuesday. Well, we talk up the Lions possibly lose. No, I'm sorry, not possibly. We talk with the Lions losing against the Green Bay Packers. Till then, catch you later. Peace.